Welcome to the next session on Exbook. So you're learning with DevK Learner and you're working on the Kaggle side. So we'll continue on from the next example of the Exbook. So we completed 0, 1, 2. Now we are talking about the third. In a way, if we remove 0, it would be the fourth one. So we had to write a function to determine if a positive given integer n is a prime number. For example, 37 is a prime number and 10 is not. So they have given us some examples: 6, 47, 53, 61. So 6 is not a prime number, but 47, 53, and 61 are. So that's a kind of example that I have to do, and I have to create a function. So this is what I've created a function. I've written down define find prime, because we are getting all the values in the form of the strings. So we are going to write on str num1. And then we'll check out if instance str num1 is integers. So this is going to tell us that if the string is a number, then we'll convert the number from number into integer. So now once we have done that, we'll check if n is less than equal to 1. If n is equal to, or number 1 is less than equal to 1, it means that it is not a prime. So we'll return the false. Else, what are we saying is we'll run a loop, because any number, if it is not divisible by any number till the midpoint of it, then it is a prime. So in this case, I've written down that it should start from 2, the range should start from 2, and it should go till num1 divided by 2 plus 1. The only exception that I found to this formula was if num1 divisible by 2 plus 1 is that num1, if it is 4, then divisible by 2, it gives you 2. And the loop only runs once and it never gives you the answer. But in fact, the loop doesn't run and it never gives you the answer, because we are starting from 2 and ending on 2 as well. But except the 4, if there is any other number, it's like if there is 6, then it will start from 2. So 2 divide 6 in here is equal to 0, because the remainder is 0 after 6 is divided by 2. That's a bad example. Let's just try to talk about 7. 7 when divided by 2 will give you 3.5, so approximately 3, and we add 1, so it becomes 4. So we'll loop through each number from 2 to 4, and if any number divides that number without the remainder, which is the percentage symbol there, which is also called modulus symbol. So if the modulus symbol gives you 0, that means there is no remainder, and that means that the number is completely divisible. So if that is the scenario, it should return false, because in that scenario it is not a prime number. But if it goes through the complete loop and yet it is surviving in the method, then it has to return a true. And if it is not an integer, then it should return a false. So this is what we have done in the code. And this is how I'm checking. So it is saying that all 14 of 14 tests have passed. And similarly, I've written down true, true, so that it is checking and giving us the answer in which of the question or which of the answers my method failed. We can check that. Then tomorrow we'll be talking about the next function, which is eb4. Given a positive integer n, write a function to return a list of prime numbers that are no longer than n. For example, if n is equal to 20, then the returned list is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. So this is what they are asking us to do. We'll be seeing that in the next example, next class. So I hope we have moved a bit forward with our learning. So me, DevK Learner, thanking you for your time and and learning with me, and I really appreciate your help, the way that we are learning together. So once again, have a good day. Bye-bye.